my name is Robbie Bond. I'm 12 years old and I'm from Reno, Nevada in the USA. I used to live in Hawaii, which was really fun. And when I was 9 years old, I founded a nonprofit called Kids Speak for Parks. And my goal is to educate kids about the importance of our national parks and monuments, especially marine national parks, because I believe that everyone should be able to enjoy our wonders of nature. Why I started my nonprofit is that when I was 9 years old, I traveled around the country visiting our national parks with my family. And then when I realized that the current administration was trying to cut the size of 27 national monuments, I couldn't just stand by and watch my favorite places get destroyed. So I traveled around the country visiting schools and advocating for the protection of our national monuments. My role model is Jon Jarvis. He was the former director of the National Park Service, and he did so much to help protect our national parks, and he even made a plastic water bottle ban that cut all water bottles out of our national parks, and I really respect him for all of his work that he's doing, so that's why he's my role model. The biggest challenge that I've had working with my nonprofit is that when I first started it, and this still happens now, a lot of people wouldn't really hear me out or listen to what I'm saying as much as they would an adult, because they think that what I'm saying isn't as important as something that an adult would say. If I had a superpower, it would probably be teleportation for me and other people, because my goal is to let people see all of the beautiful places that I get to see visiting the national parks. And having that would mean it would be so much easier and a lot more fun to take people into the national parks, and they can appreciate how beautiful these places are. What I like most about working with Marvel is that when I worked and filmed for Marvel, I got to meet all the other Marvel heroes, and it was really a lot of fun to hear what their projects were all about and just to hear about the things that they do, because it's a really unique group of kids and I learned a lot from them. My favorite national park is called Grand Staircase Escalante. It's in Utah in the US, and it's a really cool like red rock canyon, and there's tons of caves and hills and mountains. And because it's all like sandstone, there's tons of these tiny canyons where there's like barely enough room for you to walk in them. And I have the most fun I've ever had in the national park was rappelling into the canyon with a rope and then walking through it, and it was really fun, then climbing up at the end of it. If I could make everything that I want to do happen just instantly, I would probably start by protecting several areas that I think need to be protected, like expanding certain national monuments that were already shrunk, like some of my favorite national monuments, like Grand Staircase Escalante and Bears Ears National Monument. I'd start by making them bigger and increasing the protections on them so that people can't like drive off roads and pick up things off the ground, because that's not really good for the monument. And I'd also start by encouraging people to start helping their communities, like picking up trash and things like that. Just everyday things that everyone can do. And I'd use my magic wand to not make people do that, but teach them and encourage them to make the right choices to just make their communities and neighborhoods and parks a better place. In 10 years, I still see myself in school. I'll probably be in college in 10 years. But as kind of like a side job, apart from being in college, I will 100% be volunteering for environmental groups like the Sierra Club or beach cleanup groups, because I really like to do two things at the same time. I want to be learning and I want to be doing things that I'm really passionate about. Adios, muchas gracias.